Have you ever thought that hyenas only avoid danger and wait for leftovers from others? The truth in the wild is far harsher. Hyenas are intelligent, reckless, and extremely dangerous hunters. Brace yourself, because you are about to witness the most unbelievable hyena hunts ever recorded, where every stereotype about this animal completely collapses. Let's explore right now. Hyena versus wildebeest. In the open plains, an unfortunate wildebeest is locked onto from behind by a pack of hyenas. Rather than a swift strike, they choose relentless pursuit, continuously cutting off every escape route. Each deep bite into flesh prevents the prey from accelerating. Hyenas can sustain high-intensity movement for long periods thanks to a highly adapted cardiovascular system, allowing them to pursue prey until exhaustion rather than killing immediately. As stamina rapidly declines, the wildebeest begins to stagger and eventually collapses. After the first attack, the hyenas quickly identify another wildebeest that has drifted away from the group. Using refined encirclement tactics, the clan splits into smaller units. Hyenas coordinate fluidly without complex signals, relying on instinct and shared hunting experience to maintain constant pressure on the prey. When the wildebeest begins to tire and slow, the clan closes in together. Within moments, the prey is taken down. In nature, strategy and coordination can replace brute strength. Hyena versus topi. After a failed hunt, the hyena clan quickly shifts targets. Ahead of them is a herd of topi moving across the open grassland. One topi falls slightly behind and is separated from the group, becoming a target before it can react. The lead hyena bites directly into the prey's neck, pinning it down to weaken resistance. It possesses one of the strongest bite forces among carnivores, powerful enough to break large bones. Soon, other clan members rush in. The topi gradually loses strength under constant pressure and is finally brought down. In nature, collective strategy and targeting the vulnerable are the keys to survival. Hyena versus African buffalo. After leaving the grassland, the hyena clan spots a lone African buffalo. One by one, they take turns biting from behind, attempting to prolong the chase and wear the buffalo down. But this prey is not easily subdued. African buffalo possess solid, fused horns strong enough to withstand heavy impacts and capable of tossing even adult lions when counterattacking. The massive body and violent spinning movements force the hyenas to repeatedly back off. The counter-pressure is overwhelming. Eventually, the hyena clan retreats. In nature, not every solitary prey is weak. Defensive strength can be the line between life and death. Hyena versus leopard. This time, the hunter changes. A leopard silently tracks a herd of antelope. Leopards can move almost without sound thanks to specialized pads beneath their paws. Suddenly, it bursts forward. A precise pounce pins the antelope to the ground, seemingly ending the hunt. But from a distance, the savanna's most opportunistic scavenger appears. A hyena clan charges in, creating chaos. In a single moment of distraction, the prey breaks free and escapes. In nature, not only strength, but control of the situation determines success. Hyena versus jaguar. Beneath a tree, a hyena is tearing into prey while remaining highly alert as a jaguar locks its gaze on the prize. It steps forward, yanking the carcass from the hyena's jaws, igniting an immediate struggle. Neither predator is willing to yield. Jaguars possess exceptional climbing ability and balance among big cats, allowing them to exploit slopes and trees during food disputes. However, prolonged confrontation does not favor the jaguar. The hyena's endurance and stubborn resilience gradually take over. In the end, the hyena drags the prey away. In nature, persistence often defines the true victor. Hyena versus African wild dogs. On the open savanna, a mother hyena is surrounded by African wild dogs. They do not attack all at once, but take turns closing in, constantly testing her reactions. The mother hyena does not flee. She keeps spinning, ensuring her back is never exposed to the waiting jaws. Hyena skin is highly elastic and tightly bound to underlying muscle, reducing severe injury from bites, especially during prolonged confrontations. In nature, defensive ability and endurance can be the thin line between survival and defeat. African wild dogs are feeding when the scent of blood spreads, drawing a clan of hyenas closer. The wild dogs quickly notice and counterattack. Hyenas often use a passive, overwhelming tactic, advancing together to break enemy formation rather than targeting a single individual. When the hyenas surge forward en masse, the wild dog formation collapses. Unable to hold ground, they retreat. The hyenas claim the prey and move on. In nature, knowing how to choose targets and manage risk is the most important survival lesson. Hyena versus lion. On the dried yellow grassland, a lone lion is surrounded by a clan of hyenas. They believe their numbers are enough to turn a predator into prey. Adult lions possess dense muscle mass concentrated in the shoulders and chest, allowing them to absorb blows and deliver devastating counterforce at close range, even when outnumbered. However, the hyenas do not abandon their packmate. They turn back and counterattack, constantly closing in from multiple directions. The lion finishes off the injured hyena and retreats. In nature, courage and decisiveness can sometimes outweigh sheer numbers. The hyenas are calmly feeding, but the carcass is actually prey the lion had killed earlier. The lion charges straight into the middle of the clan, seizing an unlucky hyena in its sharp jaws, the crushing force rendering the victim nearly immobile. But instead of fleeing, the entire clan turns back, surrounding the lion and biting repeatedly to rescue their packmate. Hyenas have an extremely tight social structure, and they are willing to risk their lives to protect clan members, especially during food disputes. In the end, the hyenas manage to save the injured one, while the lion reclaims the carcass on the savannah. There is no absolute winner, only those who know when to stop in order to survive. After reclaiming its prey, the lion continues roaming in search of another target. It begins digging into a burrow, trying to pull prey hidden deep inside. The sound of struggle echoes through the quiet landscape. From afar, a hyena hears it and quickly approaches with the intent to steal the kill. It lunges forward, initiating the attack. A powerful strike from the lion's forelegs forces the hyena to hesitate. A lion's forelegs are not only used to seize prey, but are also powerful defensive weapons, with semi-retractile claws that increase grip and striking power at close range. Unable to close in, the hyena is forced to retreat on the savannah. Only those who can protect what they earn survive in the long run. Roars and the sounds of a food dispute attract a lion's attention. It approaches, but the hyenas detect it first. Immediately, the hyenas counterattack. They surround it, biting relentlessly from multiple directions. The lion must fight back while searching for an escape route. The pressure of numbers quickly turns the situation unfavorable. Lions rarely engage in prolonged fights when alone, as their survival strategy prioritizes group cooperation to reduce injury and energy loss. Faced with overwhelming numbers, the hyenas do not dare to advance. They sit and watch as the pride feeds. In nature, collective strength always decides the outcome. What you have just witnessed is clear proof that in the wild, hyenas are neither weak nor dependent. They survive through pack intelligence, relentless resilience, and the ability to exploit their opponent's mistakes. If you found this video compelling, don't forget to like, leave a comment sharing the moment that surprised you most, and subscribe to continue following the raw survival stories of the wild. Thank you for watching. See you on the next journey.